In this video, I will demonstrate how to register a new patient to use with one of the Mobile Technology Lab's health screening tools. In this case, we are using the Pulmonary Screener app, which is used to help diagnose and screen for different pulmonary diseases. So to use this, you should be logged in as a doctor or a clinician and have an account on the server, as you can see down below. That was explained in a previous video. And now you can see that I'm logged in as Tom Smith, that's my name, and I'm currently participating in the study called Test Group 3. If I want to change the group, I can do it from this menu, but I will not do that right now. So I can either choose an existing patient and then select them to do a clinical exam, or I can register a new patient. So I'm going to register a new patient. So right now it's blank. At the top is the name of the study, and we need to select a patient ID, which generally should be some generic name. So for example, I can call it P4567. This can be left blank. It's important to collect the other information for health reasons. So we need to say the gender. I will say female, date of birth. The person was born in 1990 and their birthday was, let's say, March 1st, 1990. So I'll say okay. Marital status, I'll say single. And here where it says contact information, once again, there is a place for email, phone, and a password. The email and the phone are optional. If you're doing an academic research study, we generally want to keep this patient anonymous, so you don't need to fill this out. But if you are doing this as part of your clinical practice, then you will want to probably keep track of the patient's name and their contact information. So we will leave this blank, but I will just put in a password, and the password is used in the future if the patient wants to retrieve some of their data. They can use a password to log into a server and retrieve their data. I will just enter in something right now just for demonstration. I will say FIDO77, and I click on register patient. And it asks, do you want to upload the profile to the cloud? And I'll say yes. It says the password is too short. Try again. So I'm going to have to try a longer password. So I will say Telegram 578, Telegram 578 plus. See if that works. And say yes. Good. Patient successfully registered. Okay, so that takes us to the examination screen. So now I am ready to do a clinical exam, which I will demonstrate in a different video. But if we go back, you can see that if I click on existing patient, the patient that I just registered is this one, P4567. That is the patient that I just set up. And for this patient, I can do an exam, or I can look at past measurements, or do a diagnosis, or I could run a machine learning program, which we will demonstrate in a separate video. But since there are some situations where you may be working in a location that does not have an internet connection, I will now demonstrate how you can register a patient without using an internet connection, and I will show you what happens. So if you are a health worker, for example, if you want to do this, you should first make sure that you are registered on the phone, that you have an account on the server, and you should first find an internet connection, and you should log into the phone. As you can see here, I am logged in under the name Tom Smith, and I am logged into this study group. And there is a green cloud icon, which means I am currently logged into the server. So you must be logged into the server as a clinician in order to register patients. So once you do this with an internet connection, it is then possible to disconnect your internet. So for example, if I do this in my office and I leave my office, I will not have an internet connection. So I'm simulating that by turning my Wi-Fi off. So in this case, if I go back, um, if I then go out to the field or I go to a village or a place that doesn't have any internet, I can still see patients, I can register patients, and I can collect data. And that data will be synchronized later when I come back. So as an example, let me register another patient. Um, I will just call this patient test 012. I will skip the name. Let's say gender, we'll say male, date of birth. Um, let's say this is a child, so I'll say 2010, March 3rd. Okay. Okay, I'll skip some of this. So we can skip the email address and phone if needed, and the password is optional, but I will just enter something anyway. I'll just put P334567%. Now, I click on register patient, and remember, there's no internet connection right now, so it says, would you like to upload this profile to the cloud? So if I say yes, I get an error. It says network error. It doesn't let me do that. So I will try again, but now if I say, would you like to upload this profile to the cloud? If I say no, then it takes me to the measurement screen. But now I will show you, if we look at my list of patients. So here I am. As you can see, these patients have an account on the cloud. These patients at the bottom that have a red cloud, a dotted line with an X, these patients are new patients that are not yet registered in the cloud. So that's why they have a red X and a dotted line around the cloud. So later when I come back to my office, I can then connect to the internet. Okay. So now if I go back to my patient screen, I can see that the top 3 patients have been registered in the cloud because they have the green cloud icon, and these bottom 2 patients that are new have not yet been registered in the cloud. So to register them, I can click on each one, and it will give me an opportunity to update the profile, and then I can register them. And then this time, because now I am connected to the internet, it says, would you like to upload this profile to the cloud? And I can say yes. And it says patient successfully registered. So now, as you can see, if I look at my patients again, this patient is now having a green check mark in the cloud. So he has been registered, and now I can do the same for this other patient. I can double check his information in case I need to update it, and then I can then update the profile like that. So now if I go back, now you can see all of the patients have been registered on the cloud. I think that's all the basic information you need. So I have shown you how to register a new patient on the Pulmonary Screener mobile app. And all of the apps from Mobile Technology Lab use the same design, so it will be very similar regardless of which app you use. Thank you very much.